Hi guys, I'm Jamie the Spirit Coach and I am here to give you guys a general reading. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest, as it may or may not be for you at this time. But do feel free to check out your other Zodiac placements. There may be a message that resonates for you over there, okay? And this will help with your sun, moon, or rising sign, guys. So, welcome Aries. This is going to be your monthly reading, okay? For this particular spread, I decided to do like a hero's journey spread, because I believe like anyone who's walking this spiritual path, this path to enlightenment, we are going through a hero's journey, learning to become our own hero, right? Learning to embody the archetype of that, right? Of our higher selves, the most authentic version of us, right? So what we're going to do is I've pre-shuffled and pulled some of your cards already, Aries, just to kind of save on time for these readings. Feel free to check out the extended reading. Hey. I have now created a Patreon community, guys. So if you'll look in the description box below of this reading, there will be a link posted there where you can hop over to the Patreon once you're finished here and watch the extended version where we will clarify more in depth to this reading, okay? So with that being said, Aries, we're going to jump in and get started here, okay? So starting off, I pulled a message from our Sacred Rebels Oracle deck here. And it says here, beyond the mind, the heart beats. So I'll give you a moment to kind of look at this message, look at this card. It doesn't matter if it's male or female that is being reflected back to you. This is just the energy of this card, right? The energy of this archetype. So really look at that and feel free to take a screenshot of it for your keep, okay? So, Aries, I want to read from the book on this card, but first and foremost, what the message that really stands out, obviously, is beyond the mind, the heart beats. So that tells me that, like, it's really about following your heart here, following your passions, and kind of slowing down the mind. Like, if you notice, she's got like all this stuff swirling around her head, but she's got her eyes closed and she's kind of like come within to listen internally versus paying attention to all this that's swirling around the head space. Okay, so these are kind of lengthy messages in the book, but I do really enjoy reading them because there's so much in here for you guys. So bear with me, we'll read through it and then we'll kind of go through your tarot cards and see what the beginning, middle, and end of your story is looking like, Aries. Okay, so it says, in the chaos of modern life and the constant fluctuations of our minds, it can be difficult to remember that a sublime sanctuary lies within. Yet it is always there. Beneath the ceaseless activity, there is an endless, vast spaciousness that restores and connects us to something greater, something that exists outside of time. Some might call it eternity. Within that sanctuary, sacred sound is felt rather than heard. The sacred sound is actually the reverberating heartbeat of the entire universe. Your own heart's rhythm sounds within the greater universal heartbeat, the totality of life. All of your being can be felt as one through listening to and feeling for the sacred sound of the heart beating within you. It is through this heartbeat that we experience a love that is more than preference or attachment. This is the love that inspires, energizes, and moves us to create, even beyond what we once thought was possible. Your love for life, the need to feel alive and express yourself, and the quest for that which is truly fulfilling. These are the sacred urges that rebel against fear and promote passion for being alive. They flow through your blood and can be felt through the beating of your heart. This oracle has a message for you. There is the way of the mind, which can make mountains out of molehills, even when it thinks it is turning mountains into molehills. Then there is the way of the heart. It is the subterranean and moves subtly beneath the possible obstacles, intelligently shifting with exquisite sensitivity, sensing the way forward through dangerous pathways and responding to what is before it even occurs in the physical world. However, with the heart's intelligence, we cannot see and know in the same way that we do when we allow the mind to direct us. We have to be open to another way if we want to benefit from the innate intelligence of the heart. The mind sees, plans, and strategizes. The heart feels, responds, senses, and intuits. When we walk the path of the heart, we must feel and respond rather than plan our way. It is a different way to live and create. It is closer to the earth and to the source of life itself. It is not for those who are lacking in courage and trust, but you are not one of those. You are being asked to trust your heart and drop into it. The mind is important, but it cannot supplant the heart. The role of the mind is to serve the truths of the heart. That is, to create the spacious chamber of receptiveness into which the sacred rhythm of your heartbeat can resound. This oracle comes with guidance for you. Deep within, you know what to do, and you know what is true. It matters not whether the mind and its plans seem to agree with your inner sense. Your willingness to trust your heart and to rebel against fear will serve you well. Let your heart lead you. Be sure of your faith and trust in what you feel. Your head and heart have been in conflict at times over the course of your life, and this has brought you struggle and sometimes deep suffering. However, this oracle brings you the message that a truce will soon be declared and the appropriate outcome of the mind waving the white flag of surrender is imminent. Soon, if not already, you will finally be feeling that your heart is leading you. You will feel that your mind is learning to follow the guidance of your heart, rather than trying to be out front, seeing and sorting everything out in advance in order to be safe. What a relief to let go of this old way. Your mind can become more relaxed and trusting. There will be a period of adjustment as you get used to living without so much foresight, but with more insight, wisdom, and energy in the present moment to create. If you are finding that you cannot plan or strategize as you once did, or you feel that you know less than you have ever known about where you are heading or how you are supposed to get there, then this oracle comes as a confirmation that these are healthy signs of a shift from the head to heart. You are not proceeding in error. You are exactly where you're meant to be, doing exactly what you're meant to be doing. You are now in a position that is more powerful than ever before because you are allowing yourself to be guided by your heart, a heart that beats in harmony with the heart of all existence. Your affairs are in accord with love, and no matter what may appear to be at times, all is unfolding according to the greater love, you included. Okay, Aries, this card is really strongly talking about, like I said before, like really following your heart, trusting your heart. As we all know, you are a very bold, very fierce, very fiery energy. You're not someone that typically shies away from things. I feel like you are like, you're typically like the first one to go out after something fiercely, you know? So, your life journey, your hero's journey, every single time that you go through it, every time it's activated, because I feel it happens many times in our life. When you go through it, you are coming back every time to that space of trusting your heart, following your heart every single time, right? Stopping the mind. Okay, so let's move along. Now that we've read from the book on that, your first cards out for the beginning of your story, we have the King of Wands and the Six of Wands, okay? King of Wands is like a natural born leader. This is someone who is you, Aries. You are very much like a King of Wands, right? This is someone who's charismatic, someone who's compassionate, someone who is just naturally a leader. You naturally do things fearlessly. You naturally go after things that are passionate for you. And I feel like, you know, maybe in your early lifetime too, you saw yourself as that as well, like in friend groups, in, you know, with your friends or with your family. You were celebrated for your fierceness, like for your ability to be successful over the things that you've done passionately, right? You probably worked yourself up throughout your lifetime to be a leader in a leadership role. You could be a boss, you know, you could be an entrepreneur, you could be, you know, own your own business, you know, like something along those lines. And it's very successful even. Like you tend to be successful. You tend to be someone who's celebrated. You tend to be an energy that is like you attract a crowd, right? People are drawn to you. People admire you, you know? But I feel like coming into the middle of your story, Aries, you wandered into a space, or maybe this is something that happens for you whenever this hero is initiated, right? Or awakened within you. Like you wander into this space where we have here the Temperance and Six of Swords. It's like you, when things slow down, like in slow moments, when things are kind of mellow, or you're having to be patient, I feel like maybe you get triggered in this. You know, you start getting up in your headspace. You start letting your mind wander. Six of Swords typically talks about moving on from something, but it is a swords card, right? So it is a logical energy. It's almost like you talk yourself out of things. Maybe moving away from things that you're actually passionate about, because maybe you overload yourself. Because following that, we've got 10 of Wands, right? So, you could go through this like cycle where you take on so much, like you see yourself as this leader, right? You see yourself as this person who, is to take care of others, right? And sometimes you take on too much and it feels like burdensome. And when you start taking on too much, maybe you want to give up. Maybe you want to give or like turn and go a different direction. You start getting in your head about it, maybe. But maybe in your childhood, like you would seek validation from others, you know, because of this Six of Wands. It's receiving praise, right, from other people, like people cheering you on, cheering for you for your successes. But it's almost like maybe you went through something where you felt like if you weren't like taking care of everything, if you weren't being the... Wow. That could mean something, Aries. My light just fell over. Like it's like something dimmed your light, maybe. Maybe your light was dimmed. Something happened. And it was like required for you to be patient, right? And you could have even given up on something you were passionate about, right? It could have traumatized you and you gave up on something. Let me see if I can get that back up here. Sorry, Aries, 1 second. Hopefully you can see me now. If it'll stay. Okay. Sorry about that. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll clarify more in the extended reading, but it's like in the moments that you have to be patient, in the moments that you slow down, you start to doubt or you start to question things. So then we come into the 10 of Wands and we end up with the Page of Swords. Again, 10 of Wands is like taking on burdens, working harder, not smarter, right? You could flip this load around and carry it on your back instead of carrying it up the hill that way. So it's like learning to delegate things. This hero within you wants you to only answer the call to the things that feel true to you. Like, does it feel like it's coming from your heart? Or are you doing this to fill some role or like, you know, like a persona? But you come to this space where you look back at yourself. Because we've got King of Wands and then Page of Swords. King of Wands starts, Page of Swords ends. Page of Swords is looking back at this king. So it's like you go through this thing where you have to look at yourself. Like you get all up in your headspace and you start feeling burdened and you start feeling overwhelmed. And then this hero within you is triggered. And once you're triggered, the thought forces you to look back at the self, right? Also to validate yourself, to celebrate yourself, Aries. I love how you turn and you look back towards yourself. See, and even here, the King of Wands, when it's laid out here on the table, as like he's facing away from all the other cards. So it's like not really looking, it's almost like not looking at your own future so much as you're like just receiving admiration and doing things. It's almost like doing something based off of someone else, right? Like what comes to mind for me is like stories that are highlighted in like football movies, or you know, it's like when the parent is pushing the kid to play football, to play sports, because that's the parent's dream but not the child's dream. But the child is really good at it, so he just continues to do it. He or she continues to do it. But it's like also coming to a space where you ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want to do? And does this outside validation really mean that much to me? What's more important? Oh yeah, me. I'm more important, right? Trusting and following your heart again. Yeah, so let's see. Let's pull a card from our Enchanted map oracle deck. And let's see where it's taking you, Aries. Where is this taking you? Where is this hero taking you? I think too, the reason you have, like, you literally have wands and swords out. So it's like head over heart. Or heart over head. Like you kind of go back and forth with this energy, Aries. I feel like too sometimes like the fiery energy within you too can cause you to like communicate quickly, whether you're communicating no matter what emotion you're communicating, you feel your emotions through your fire, right? So yeah, I think too, you can be quick to move on from things, right? Quick to change your mind, maybe even change your course. So you're learning to stay your course, I feel like too, like with following your heart, learning to stay your course is what your hero is trying to teach you in this, right? All right, for Aries, spirit guides, angels, where is this hero taking them? Where are they going, spirit? What is this bringing them closer to in this hero's journey for Aries? Where is it taking them? Coming to life. Oh, that's such a beautiful energy. Coming to life, and it's the number 29, which breaks down to the 11, and 11 is a master number, Aries. So look up the number 11 or 1111. There's something in that for you, but it's also like 1111 is like a portal for manifestation. So I feel like you create your own portals of a manifestation, right? We all do that, but you are really creating that whenever you are staying true to what's calling your heart. Notice how similar these two energies are. They both have their eyes closed. There's this orb of light here, almost like a crystal ball, and there's this portal or orb of light here, you know? So, you're going through a transformation as well. I'm noticing the butterfly here in the bottom of this card. So it's like transforming into being someone that acts on the things that bring you to life, right? All right, let's read. 29. Coming to life. Something beautiful is being born in your life. When you look at your life, can you see how you've grown and evolved over time? Remember how I was saying you look back at yourself, right? Perhaps you've shed skins and identities and created new ones, or at the very least, matured in your ideas about yourself and the world you inhabit. You know things take time, and Spirit's timetable is rarely in sync with your own. So this card indicates that a long-held dream is beginning to show signs of life. You must try not to coax it along or shape it according to your desires. Spirit knows the best form for the manifestation of this dream, and your life can become even better than you could possibly imagine. Now is the time for reverence and awe. Allow the contours of your path to be carved by the hands of the divine. All you have to do is show up. All you have to do is show up. Ooh, I love that for you, Aries. Yes, there is this beautiful manifestation when I was talking about the number 11 and the portal of manifestation, right? You are creating this for yourself. Your dreams are coming to life as you shed these mini masks, right? I feel like I said, you're dropping this feeling to receive validation from other people, dropping this need to live out the dreams of others, dropping the burdens of others, dropping the things that are no longer for you ultimately. Yeah, that is our hero's journey, right? But yeah, like really coming into a space of clarity about yourself, believing in yourself fully. So that is all I have for you, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this reading. It played out beautifully. I can see your journey and how you do tend to take things on. But just keep trusting in that big, beautiful heart of yours, and following the things that feel like truth in your core. Right, Aries? So feel free to hit that like button, guys. Give me a follow if you haven't already, or comment down below how the reading is resonating. It really touches me to receive that feedback from you guys. And again, feel free to join me over on Patreon for the extended readings. There are 2 different membership options over there for you guys. So check out the description box below, and hopefully I'll see you there. Have a great day. Bye.